in the series, including the most recent one, January 4th. And the last time GW was able to beat Richmond was 2018 here on their home floor. We're underway, and it is Richmond that takes down the Temp, and they'll get the basketball first. Man-to-man pressure by GW. Jai Bailey at the top of the key.
Yeah, if you're watching Quinn and wondering what he's doing, he's a point center. I'm not saying he's Jokic from Denver, but he's very similar to him.
Transfer from Lafayette, and he will drive the right side. Burton stutter steps. Quinn can shoot threes and will, and shows why.
Maybe he is Jokic from Denver. No, he's really good. He transferred.
A little
from
pick and pop. Yep.
And he runs the point up there. A lot of things go through him. Yes, it's great, Grayson Burton with the experience, but Quinn's been a nice addition to this Richmond team for Coach Mooney.
Brendan Adams over 1,000 points. Congratulations to that mark. And here is Maximus Edwards. Misses that one, but it turns into a rebound for Hunter Dean, and he powers up against the 7-footer.
I like that offensive rebound. That's an area I think that GW can hurt the Spiders today.
Richmond coming off an impressive win over Fordham, 68-58 in their last game.
They had lost a few in a row prior to that, but red hot Fordham and Coach Ergo, they ran into Coach Mooney and the Spiders. Like we said, this is a Spiders team that last year that battled their way back, finished a little bit strong in the league, came in 6th, won 4 games in Washington, D.C., including the top 3 seeds to go to the NCAA.
Incredible run, yep.
Incredible by Coach Mooney.
Beating the Iowa Hawkeyes in the NCAA tournament and taking Providence down to the wire. Got to the round of 32. Driving all the way through, there's Matt Grace. He can do that. Certainly one of the best transition forwards in the league.
Yeah, this is his 5th year here. Burton, it's his 4th, and that's what you see with guys that with COVID, and you can have an extra year. But these two gentlemen have stayed. They obviously love Richmond as a campus and an academic situation because they're staying 4 and 5 years there.
Brendan Adams, low blocks. Ricky Lindo Jr. wide open, and he lays it in. Good patience on offense.
Nice pass.
Princeton offense, it's Quinn. Over to Burton. Tries to get it back, but Hunter Dean sees it coming. Nice game plan recognition there. Adams, Ricky Lindo Jr. low blocks. Back outside Adams. Fires from the baseline.
That's a good look. I can't worry about that. Good look.
Jai Bailey, the stutter step against Maximus underneath the bucket. Leans in, lost the handle, tapped away, and Ricky's got it. Slips a little bit across the timeline. Bounce pass, a beauty to Maximus the other way. Draws the foul on Tyler Burton, and he'll get 2 at the line.
Those are the ones you want to finish right there. It was a great pass by Lindo. You want to finish that. If anybody wonders watching the offense, we had American University. You and I did that game earlier this year. That's Mike Brennan. Both him and Mooney played for the legendary Pete Carril at Princeton. Actually, they were roommates. Mooney scored 1,000 points, great player there. It's a modified Princeton, but the high post will be in effect. But when in doubt, it's Burton and Grace because they have the experience of how to get shots off. But you want the pace to go a little faster today if you're GW. You don't want to let Richmond run this stuff for 30 seconds. That's why that was a nice deflection by Dean.
Edwards hits that one to tie the game up. Yeah, GW led at halftime in Richmond, 39-37, and then Richmond was able to pull away in the final 10 minutes. 73-63, and here's Quinn back it in. Look at the strength from Quinn. Gets inside and misses off the back rim. Hunter Dean rebound for JB the 4th. Maximus' stutter step goes all the way down the lane, fires it back out. In the corner, Edwards with the pump fake and the floater on the baseline.
I like the move. I like to see dish to Dean. I want to see Dean shoot some mid-range jump shots. It's a nice play by Maximus. Just hit Dean in the 12-foot area. Oh, that's not good.
What a block by Ricky. Nope, they're going to call it a goaltending violation, and it will be 2 points for the Spiders.
You know, it was a shot fake drive all the way into the ring. That's just, Chris Caputo wants better defense than that. And one of the things, look, Duquesne was hot last game. And it wasn't, GW was unable to match shooting from the outside. But really, Chris Caputo was a little disappointing in the defense, and that's what you want to see tonight. Just get some stops and then run, because you're a more faster, athletic team than Richmond.
Jason Roach in for the first time for the Spiders.
He played good last game. He had 9 points last time down there in Richmond.
Dean versus Grace. Adams. Skip pass. The Maximus three-pointer. Got it!
See, I like that. Just drive, kick right off the catch, inflow, basket.
Another spin from Grace in the low blocks. Dean has had his hands full here to begin this one. Good defense again, and Edwards sweeps the rebound. Bishop down low to Dean, and he lays it in with the right hand. Good flow to the offense, Jimmy, to start.
Yeah, and the pace is favoring right now. Zach Balvier, our favorite scout, who gives me all kinds of inside stuff. For those of you listening up in Maine, you know who you are. He does a great job with the scout, and he said you got to outlast their offense. You got to play defense for a while, but when you get the ball, you got to run on it. That's a tough three off the catch there. Man.
Isaiah Bigelow, the grad student transfer from Wofford, hits a three-pointer from the right side, and we're all even.
And that's the 2 bench guys I have. That's the advantage where I give to Richmond is Bigelow and Roach. I want to see Harrison and Noel Brown match them.
Here's Bishop, and they are double-teaming him every time. So that opens the door again for Hunter Dean. Bishop recognizes, and if they're going to double Bishop all night, nice work by JB the Fourth to find his big man.
Yeah, and that's one of the things, and I talked about this, Byron, when you play a lot of teams twice, I know they don't play everybody twice in this league, but you got to look at a team a second time. Bishop says, okay, you're going to double me? And what I like is Dean's been ready, because I think Dean can score a little more. For
Bishop fire underneath it. It's out of bounds. It will stay with GW, but we've reached a media timeout at 14:27. Great pace to start this one. GW leading Richmond 12-10. Underway first half from the Smith Center on ESPN+.
January. So they haven't really had a chance to catch their breath.
James Bishop all the way through and finds a way to put it home.
And that's why that's a great play by Bishop. My point is, Bishop's got a lot of usage. The ball's in his hand. He's getting double teamed. He's just trying to catch his breath here. And, of course, he's the #1 guy in the scouting report for the other team.
Leaning in, and Maximus Edwards just gets decked. It's an offensive foul against Richmond.
Easy call for our good A-plus refereeing crew. This is Wally Ratecki, Leslie Jones, and Kitsy here, who I've known a long time. This is an A-plus refereeing crew, and I can say this right now. I think every one of them is going to be a technical. Because I had him in the
Do you remember all the technicals from your career?
Well, you only got tossed twice, but I got a lot of technicals. I get him in the first half. The point is, Wally Ratecki and I came up in the MAC together. I was at Loyola and Siena. Yep. Leslie Jones, I'm going to say maybe no, and Kitsy and I, he was a young guy. They came through the MAC to get to the A-10 to the Big East. All really good officials.
Yeah. I can always tell with the looks on their faces when they see you. You guys do have some history. Fouls against Jai Bailey.
9 out of 10 referees are really good people and really good players. 9 out of 10
Backdoor to Ricky Lindo Jr. And Bishop showing his dime ability with the stuff for Ricky.
That was a really nice dunk. Yeah, 9 out of 10 referees, first of all, have played the game, played most of them in college, and they stick around. Yeah, the money's good now, but most of them get in this because they want to stay around the game. See, I love getting Lindo and Dean. It's been a lot of Lindo and Dean early, and that's a good recipe for GW.
Gustafson on the right side for Neil Quinn. Burton has it. And there's Quinn on the low blocks. Up and under, kind of forces the shot over the back of Brown, no call.
That's good defense by Brown, didn't go for the lift. Quinn's big, he doesn't have a lot of lift, but he's a lot of experience.
And it goes out of bounds. Will stay with a foul call against Neil Quinn. We have mentioned this before, and we talk about how important the guards are, but to get Lindo involved early on would be huge for GW.
Yeah, I just think, look, if you're going to make a run in this league, and they have the ability to, because you've beaten South Carolina on the Power 5 team. Washington State's in the middle of the pack at Pac-12. That was a bad bounce away from beating them in Hawaii. And then you've beaten Dayton, you've beaten UMass here. Like, things are going well for GW in the first year. They're about to hit 12 wins, which would match last year's win. It's only the first week of February. But you always want more. And the team right there, Richmond, shows you coming in sixth is not, you can still do it. Well, if Caputo can get Lindo going, and I've known Rick a long time, high school, went to Maryland, really athletic, good player.
Misses that one, and Noel Brown.
You know, Harris, in other words, Harris to me and Brown have already accomplished what they need. They got better in December. They're contributing. You know, there was no bench here. EJ's out. The guard's out, EJ. They've had some injuries. Keegan Harvey's out, unfortunately. So those two guys are gone. Well, Harris and Brown have stepped up and give some minutes. That's what you. But who can make a real difference down the stretch? Ricky Lindo. He's got a big upside. I really like him. He can block shots. He's athletic, can score, shoot the ball.
Burton misses that one, but there is Richmond with a tap from Isaiah Bigelow, and it's a foul against George Washington.
Yeah, Bigelow. I have Bigelow circled as a guy I really like. A grad transfer from Greensboro. Bigelow and Roach, my Berkeley, California guy. I got two. Those are my two guys. See, they have scorers off the bench. They have another way to go. GW, you got to get Lindo going and you got to get Dean going, and they've got him going here, and that's what's going to carry them this next month. Because Bishop and Adams are already doing everything they can, and Maximus is a freshman, in my opinion. I mean, he's had all rookie twice. Has been great, but, you know, this is one of those tests, and that's why it's a tight game here. You just want to see who else can step up.
And Harris has the ball over to Bishop. James Bishop will drive with the right hand, gets it over to Maximus. He rises with the three. It's no good. Rebound tap is right there. Athletic ability shown again for Lindo.
And
he's got 7.
That's his game. Get above the rim, use your athleticism. I love how he didn't bring the ball down.
Quinn has it on the left side, the handoff for Gustafson. And he'll drive outside for Burton, who's back in. The stutter step back to Quinn. Quinn looking for some room, got it to Jason Nelson. 7 on the shot clock for the Spiders. Nelson 3. Oh, what a shot.
That was good defense by Bishop, too. That was right on my sight line. Nothing else you could do. I think Nelson was surprised it went in.
James Bishop, the 4th, will bring the basketball up.
Of course, Nelson from the famous John Marshall High School down there. Good pass.
There's Ricky inside. Misses the dunk attempt, but he is pushed in the back, so he'll get another chance to go to the line as we reach our second media timeout. 11:35 left first half. George Washington leading Richmond early in a close one on ESPN+.
Carell's just one of the legends we lost this year. Hey, you know, he coached at Princeton and went to Lafayette, but had all these guys, including Mike Brennan and John Thompson III and Joe Scott and Mitch Henderson and so many different people. And Chris Mooney's done a fantastic job. And he's modernized the Princeton thing a little, but he's really a grounded guy, wonderful guy, and I'd want to go play for him. I'll tell you that right now.
Ricky Lindo Jr., 1 of 3 at the line.
And we take that. He makes 2 out of 4. It's funny because Richmond's a smaller school than you think. GW's a bigger school than you think. And Coach Caputo and I talked about how great it is to come here in the middle of the city, and I was walking around today, got here early. What a great city, what a great urban campus this is at GW. Richmond's a little isolated. It's kind of like a country club setting in a good way. And Coach Mooney has done great to get the 3 NCAAs, but also a bunch of CBIs and NITs.
Great job by Amir Harris again to get the steal, and he leads the break.
He's just been tremendous on defense, Amir Harris.
Maximus tries the no look, but Matt Grace was not falling for it, and he gets the steal.
Harris has done a really good job on defense. I said in 2023, him and Noel Brown, but he also hit a big 3 against St. Joe's.
The shot is no good, and the rebound for Adams, and Harris is not challenged, fires it, another skip to Maximus. Adams lost the handle. Edwards will fire a tough shot, and that one rolls off.
And Quanzi Samuels, I like him as the 8th man. I want to see him get in there and rebound. Florida Gulf Coast transfer. I want to see him try to get to that offensive glass every time because, see, Harris has really adapted well to his role. I want to see if Samuels can be the next guy that Chris Computer needs. Because, like I said, these guys need a little rest. They've had a long year, a lot of schedule. And the Adams Bishop minutes are unmatched in the country, their usage rate.
Hunter Dean picks up the foul, trying to find a way to battle with the 7-footer. That's his first, so we might see Noel Brown and him alternate to try to figure out a way against Quinn. And here we go. Look at the 7-footer knocked away by Dean. Oh my, they call another foul on Hunter Dean. And now we will see Noel Brown quickly.
Yeah, that's one of those ones you need with Dean. Is it worth it getting that foul? Whether it was the correct call or not, you know, it's a little bit of a reach. You know, see right there, we need you in the game. You're too important. You're like the point forward out there for GW.
Ball's knocked away, and they're going to call the timeout with 10:19 left in the first. 30-second timeout for Richmond.
You know, I like the pace. The pace is. And
Only
they won
win was
women
against Davidson.
Yeah, they've won against Davidson, and they did beat Temple in a neutral site, which is a big win. Now, see, Adams is the guy. He's almost being too unselfish. See, I like that. Go create. Good, nice pass.
Amir Harris falls down. Somehow maintained possession. That was outstanding.
I just like the ball in BA's hands a lot. He's just so many good things happen from him right there. See, whether he scores it or passes it, I just like the ball in his hands.
Here is Adams, and he will fire.
See, I told you.
Three from the left side.
That was something good.
GW was unable to hit threes in the second half at Richmond. It would be big if they can be more consistent from the perimeter, because they did have 40 points in the paint at Richmond. Nelson with the quick draw, can't get that one to go.
Yeah, Nelson's a freshman, like I said, out of the fame. Marshall High School's had so many great players out there in Richmond. He's a redshirt freshman. He hit a three before. You can tell that Coach Mooney's, you know, he's got to play some young guys, but Burton's the guy for them that has to get it going. Not sure about that one. And ooh.
Didn't go for Q, and here comes the Spiders.
If they're going to leave you that open, Samuels has to take that.
Matt Grace can shoot threes from the right side, and he averages 35% from downtown. We got a lot of guys posted 19, 20 plus three-pointers. A lot of guys in the Princeton offense that can shoot threes.
I know. It's everybody always used to say, take away the layups. You don't want to get backdoored. That might cause you a little pain getting back.
Swansea with the power move on the right side.
There he goes. I like that. Forget the three, take the two. But for the Richmond, for the Princeton offense, you got to stop them. You got to defend the three-point line.
Good screen there. Marcus Randolph. And Grace has it. Swansea has to fight through another Quinn screen. No look pass for Nelson. He'll drive against Adams. Grace again left open. He'll drive all the way down the lane. Noel Brown got the block. Richmond wanted goaltending. Edwards quickly up. Adams a long three-pointer. Noel Brown offensive board. Adams again, this time wide open left side.
Good look, good pass by Brown out of the post.
Nelson races up the sideline. Grace again. Quinn against Brown underneath. And draws another foul.
Yeah, I'm not sure you had to foul him. I'm not sure he was going to make that shot.
Yeah, Noel got turned around on that play and was running out of options. Timeout on the floor. 7:35 left in the first. GW up against the Spiders at home on ESPN+.
There's not a lot of ways you can go if you're Chris. With Keegan Harvey out, and EJ was hurt because EJ was a kind of a perfect backup point guard. You can move Brown off the ball. You could get Bishop. It just gave you a lot of Brendan Adams got off the ball, and all Brown and those guys had to do was set a screen for EJ. Well,
Quinn already made one free throw. They iced him for about 10 minutes. And he misses the second one.
And a game of inches. We will take that miss if you're GW staff.
Last time I was,
hey, 2 times ago we were here. It was 92-91 overtime against St. Joe's. Every basket matters.
Here's a look at Bishop with 8 on the shot clock. Can't get that one to go.
Tough shot. They're basically doubling him on ball screens with like a hard hedge and a hold. That means they get out there and they hedge on the screen and they basically hold until he gives it up. They're not trying to steal it from him in a double team, but they are hedging. Look at Quinn. He's got some good moves down there. He's quicker than you think. He's not going to beat you in a race up and down the court, but he's quick and he's crafty in the post, and he started the game by hitting a 3.
And that's 3 fouls on Noel Brown. 16 fouls on GW. Max is back in for Noel Brown, and
that puts Lindo at the 5.
I was going to say, Lindo's going to have to take that responsibility.
Which he can do. You know, look, you can play small. I'd probably press and run if I played small, but you can play small. They got to guard you, too, is how I always felt.
Well, they got Ricky on Matt Grace on the switch. They took the big man out.
Well, it's interesting right there because almost like a chess match, Mooney says instead of, see, that's what I mean. You go small, and Coach Mooney is a really smart guy, great coach, says, okay, then I'll give Quinn a break because he's not tired because he just had a 10-minute delay. In other words, Mooney goes, I'll go small. See, that's why it's interesting to watch 2 coaches go at it. You go small and think they'll throw the ball in. He just took him out and said, we'll go small too. Because Grace, I watched him a lot last year. He's a 5-man. You got to get that rebound.
Wow, see, what a rebound.
Yeah, if you're Harris, you got to jump.
And they do not get the 3-pointer out of it. Amir comes back outside on the left. And here comes B.A. Maximus. Down the lane he goes, leans in, could be offensive foul. Yep.
Yeah, he's squared up. Got to drop that off to Harris. You got to. I know you're going hard, but you're a lefty, so you're going left. No, it's a foul. Just drop it to Harris. He'll take 1 dribble and lay it in.
2 quick fouls on Maximus.
The fouls starting to pile up here for GW. We've talked about how their benches and their depth is not their strength this year. Give Chris Caputo a year to recruit, and that's going to change, just like it did at George Mason in Miami. But and Harris. The good thing about Harris, gives you a lot of length. He can do a lot of different things. He's probably not going to score 20 points off the bench for you, but he can play a lot of positions like that. See, he looks good in there at the post defense.
Bigelow with the quick shot. He's had a good game.
Yeah, he's tough. Look, it's funny. Sometimes you just look. I played well against Tufts and NYU and Hopkins because you played them a lot. There's some teams, I'm a 3-3 guy, but sometimes you have teams you play well against. Bigelow and Roach just played really well in a win against GW. Probably remember that. They both come out here and shown. They're both feisty for guys off the bench, which I like.
Amir Harris sets his feet, the long 3. And Colonial's got to be careful here as Richmond inching their way back. Gustafson. Ball movement by Bigelow and 1.
Yeah, you don't want to foul him there if he's got you beat. And this is what Zach Rovere was talking to us about. You got to outlast the offense. If you're GW, you have to play defense with discipline. I know it's going to take 25 to 30 seconds, but you got to outlast the offense, stay disciplined, and stay down, hand up on the catch. Okay, he drove and got by you. I always felt you're going to foul hard. Knock him to the ground, pick him up, good luck on your free throws. But that one, that's a 3-point play after playing 30 seconds of defense. That can be frustrating to GW. And that just fuels the Richmond Spiders. That's what they do.
11 for Bigelow. Second foul on Amir Harris. Kwanzi Samuels back in. And GW hasn't scored in 3:41.
They had a couple scoring droughts this year, and that's plagued them. This is where, JB and BA, they got the 2 Baltimore backcourts. Sometimes you just got to manufacture one like that.
Bishop will split and lost the handle somehow. I think he was probably thinking of maybe to pass the ball, but lost it at the last second. shoot it.
I thought so.
Yep.
He appeared to be close to the rim. Once again, JB and BA, you can manufacture. Maximus is doing all he can. He's a freshman. And then once again, I like going to Lindo early. I'd keep going to Lindo if I was GW.
Bailey looking through the 7-footer. Bigelow again, heat check. Quinn almost walked. Gustafson with a 3.
See, and that's Richmond. Richmond's got a really good crowd here. They brought a lot of fans up. I mean, really last time they were in D.C., they were partying for a week because they won the tournament and then they beat Iowa in the NCAA. I like this timeout. The pace is going GW's against GW towards Richmond, but I don't like threes off the catch like that if I'm GW. You got to stay in defense, got to make them not run their offense. But once again, that's what Richmond does.
9-0 run for the Spiders. Some big-time shots by Bigelow and others, and Richmond has a lead on ESPN+.
D-League, we know how that gets difficult, but and then uses business degree. Really fantastic interviews. Really impressive young man. Calvert Hall graduate. His brother went to Mount St. Joe.
Big timeout for GW. Now they're going to try to get something going. Adams weaves his way down low. Bishop with a nice fake 3-pointer.
It's a good look.
Lots of players on the floor, and a basket for George Washington. Finally breaks the run. Bigelow's down, Lindo was down, and let's see if everybody's okay.
Body's flying. Glad nobody got hurt. Sometimes you worry about that one.
Roach over to Bigelow. Gustafson. Look at how quick they pass. Roach has it from 16.
Somebody's got to fly at him. He came off the screen. If I'm Harris, I put my hand up on him. Once again, Roach and Bigelow, I almost cursed GW by saying how well they played down there. They're doing it again here.
Steal for the Spiders, Jai Bailey. Open shot from the baseline, and in rhythm, Jason Roach.
There it is, Roach and Bigelow. See, that's the advantage. You know, Coach Mooney's been there 17 years. He has the most A-10 wins in the league. Okay, he has the most wins, career wins. That's, and he's built this program, and they've been a couple CBIs, couple NITs, 3 NCAAs. Well, that's what Chris Caputo's going to do. It just takes a little time because you want to get the right guys. You want to get the right guys to come in and be bench players that turn into starters. And that's what his recruiting efforts are going to do.
Foul against Richmond on that screen. Jason Nelson comes back in, and look at that move as Adams comes out. Roach takes that spot on the baseline for the jumper.
Yeah, he's a good player. He's solid, really solid. Gives you a little bit of defense, can run the offense, but he'll score on you.
Here is Bishop, a tough fadeaway from the baseline. Colonials needed that one.
See, I like that. See, he got his 2 off the offensive rebound, then he got his 2 there. Start getting hot from the 2s before we start firing 3s.
Points in the paint, 18-8 for GW. That was on the baseline, but that gives you an idea.
Yeah, it's just too bad. I like Chris playing. He knows how important this last 4 minutes is to keep this thing within range. He's playing Dean. He's just saying, be smart out there. You're a veteran.
Goaltending against Lindo is another high-low pass from Quinn to Bigelow, and Bigelow's just having a gigantic night.
He is, and Quinn's really, see, this is why I said before the game, I wasn't joking. I cover the NBA for the Wizards and NBC Washington. You see guys like Joker, you see big men that can pass. Well, Quinn, he's come from Lafayette, and Chris Mooney really has done a great job saying, here, you're sort of our point center. You know, not point forward, not point guard, our point center. He's really adjusted to this role. That's why Richmond's going to be dangerous down the stretch.
Brendan Adams underneath double team, puts it home.
Just big boy basketball down the paint, Baltimore style. Nice too.
Good answers. Now the defense needs to step up.
Now GW switching everything there. Now Harris gets over. See, good
Roach,
D by Harris there.
About
really
the
good
hand
D.
in the face there. They did it that time, and Amir Harris will bring it up.
Yeah, first they switched the ball screen, then Harris got over and contested. I like this
good
by
stutter
Lindo.
Step by Ricky Lindo. And
that's
they got a foul against the Spiders, but I love those hesitation moves.
Not in the bonus yet, but just run your out of bounds play. 3-point game, minute left in the half.
The no look and then drive. And big collision. That is a smart play by Ricky.
Good play by Caputo. Chris Caputo says to Dean, you're out. Can't risk getting a third foul, even though you have the ball with a minute left.
Yep, $1:14 left.
Can't risk it.
And Ricky might have a cut of some kind. And he's the one that's supposed to be going to the line, so they're going to have to work on that. So, a little bit of blood on his jersey.
If it was me, I'd put Maximus back in the game just because, possibly Brown, but he has 3. Dean has 2, but he's too valuable out there, especially with Quinn, the way Quinn plays. You need a guy that's not only talented, but can match his intellect in the game. You need Dean out there with him, so I wouldn't put Dean back in if I was Chris.
Chris Mooney there, talking to kids. And still 1:14 left. A lot of delays in this one tonight, but good for GW to be able to answer. Richmond got hot, was able to take the lead and get up by 5, but the Colonials answered to cut it to 3, and now, after some uniform repair, it is not a shooting foul. GW will take over possession.
That's great news. Lindo's back in the game. See, Lindo can play center in this lineup, and they got to guard him, too. Once again, Mooney opting to go small instead of trying to match up with Lindo at the 5.
Bishop will drive and hit in the paint, and now Bishop starting to heat up.
Yeah, that's just a scorer's touch. Bishop recognizing, okay, they're guarding me tough. They're doubling the ball screen. No ball screen. I'll take it into the paint. Great floater.
56 seconds remaining first half. Jason Nelson for Richmond. Grace against Lindo. Bigelow's been hot. Great screen. In the corner again, Roach. 3-pointer. Shot clock, game clock, about 4 seconds difference.
Yeah, Roach 7 points here in the last 4 minutes to just prove why Richmond's a dangerous team. They got a little bit of depth, and they got guys off the bench that can score.
Ricky has it over to Amir, 12 on the shot clock. Bishop against Nelson again. Lindo with the screen. Bishop to the bucket. Pump fake.
Got fouled there.
Got it to go anyway.
Got to stop the ball. Got to stop the ball. Make Nelson pull out.
3. Yeah, won't go. And what an answer by James Bishop IV to finish the game. Chris Caputo working less game at 1. And we have a 20-minute break. And what a first half between these two clubs. Richmond leading 37. Richmond still leads by 2.
Well, that's what's the benefit when you have the bench. They got 23 points off the bench. That's their advantage. GW's advantage is you're at home. You have 12 more points than them in the paint, and they start by going back in the paint and 1.
Great start of the second half. James Bishop IV has a chance to give GW the lead, and he really surged at the end of the half. 12 points, 4 assists, and a rebound.
Yeah, he's 6 for 8 now because he's going inside. You don't just shoot all threes. Just goes. That counts as points in the paint. You don't. They're taking the ball out of Bishop's hands out of the perimeter. So Chris Caputo does a great job. Sends him backdoor, gets him in the paint. 3-point play.
38-37. George Washington.
And that's one of the rare times GW has not led in the half. Yet within 10 seconds of the second half, they have led.
Quinn finishes inside against Dean, and that's going to be a battle here in the second half. Dean with those 2 fouls against the 7-footer.
Yeah, Quinn played for the legendary Fran O'Hanlon at Lafayette. Transfers after Coach O'Hanlon left. Probably, graduate student, goes to Richmond, gets his master's. But he really, when he bodies you up, he's using your body to feel where you are. And he's got that spin move down.
Maximus can't find on some room against that hedge. BA to the bucket to fade away.
Yeah, I like the move. Just go up, just go jump straight up. Just make a straight up 8-foot little bank. This is what Russell Westbrook did when he was here in DC. Get you in the paint and just make a solid move instead of a floater. That's tough right there. That's Grace using his experience. Drove left.
4 in a row for Richmond.
Richmond's picking up a little full court here.
That is Jai Bailey against Brendan Adams. And he gets the steal.
Yeah, he scored, and Coach Mooney was like, pick him up full court. I think it surprised him. Good steal
James
by
Bishop returns the favor.
Great steal by James Bishop, hustling back on D there.
Entry to Ricky Lindo. It'll stay with GW.
Yeah, I wanted to catch and dunk that quick. Just got knocked out of his hands. And we anticipated, as you and I talked, this was going to be a close game coming in. This score does not surprise me.
Yeah, 30 minutes down in Richmond, that's the way it was. Expect no less this time around. Down low, pump fake. Oh, what a block on the help from Richmond, Matt Grace. 13 shot clock for GW. Colonial's largest lead was 7 at 23-16. Richmond's was 34-29. Ball's knocked away. But Bishop gets it back. Ricky Lindo lost the handle, got it back himself. B.A. fires from the left side and buries the three. We're all tied up.
Just a lot of little hustle plays there. Lindo gets it knocked out but goes back and gets it. You know, James Bishop got the one before, and I thought he had a really good shot. Didn't go. But B.A., when B.A.'s feet is set on that foul line extended from the wing, that's his spot.
Gustafson. Grace from the baseline.
He got to stay down on his pump fake.
Lost the handle underneath, out of bounds.
Might give him a
foul
little room.
against GW.
If I'm Ricky Lindo, might back up and give him a little room, then fly at the shooter without fouling. Because he's kind of crafty with his shot fake. See, great play by Bishop to get the ball while falling and kick it. But B.A., when his feet are set from that foul line extended, that's definitely his spot. Good out of bounds play.
Quinn again on the entry pass from the baseline.
Got to talk that
back
through.
Up by 2.
Got to talk that through. If we're switching, we're switching.
Brendan Adams coming all the way through. And yes, it is. Just waiting for the call. Oh, no, it's a charge. It looked like he glanced onto the right side of his shoulder. That was a tough call.
Love Leslie Jones, but nobody's perfect. That was an and one.
Charging call, and that is number 1 against Brendan Adams. Here's a 3 out of the corner. Bailey airballs it. Bishop to the baseline. Back outside for Maximus.
Nice.
And he hits a 3
catch.
from the right side. 2 3-pointers second half for GW.
See, off the catch. Now you got to find a way to get a stop here. You know, and it sounds simple, but Chris Caputo's right. Stops equal easy baskets. Stops equal easy baskets. And they're really good at that. See, I don't like that. Wally and Leslie have got the last 2 wrong. You know, you can't. You're at home. Dean's battling for position. It's 2 guys. Just tell him to stop battling. Have to call the foul. You definitely missed the N1 down here, by the way. That was an N1. So the referees here, everybody got to pick it up in the second half here.
Noel Brown with 3, and Hunter Dean now with 3 personal fouls. Already 3-team against GW.
Man, that really hurts, you know, because Dean's your point. He's your version of Quinn. Quinn's a little more Jokic-like in that he'll do a little of everything, including hitting a 3 to start. He's going to spin right there. He's
Quinn too hard on that spin. And air ball over the bucket.
Brown playing good D, and I like Bishop. That's an and one. Oh, good for Brown. See, Bishop knows he's going to get. He knows these referees. Hey, they might have missed one. We've all missed one. Probably get the next one. Crafty veteran move into the paint, gets a foul.
Second team against the Spiders to begin the half, as you always see in college basketball, tightening up here to begin the second half. Lots of physical foul calls. Nelson his second. Ooh, what a block by Richmond, but again, Ricky Lindo Jr. in the right place. Adams.
See the hard hedge. They're not letting Adams and Bishop get
fire
out there.
And hit in the paint again.
It was a tough shot, man. He was almost double teamed in the hard hedge, and I think Chris Caputo thinks he got hit on the shot there too, which he may have been right about.
28 points in the paint for GW, 16 for the Spiders. Nelson
going under the screen on Nelson, daring the freshman to shoot.
Noel Brown lost the handle to Grace, but he got it on a tap out to Burton. And then he'll try to go baseline against Noel.
Good defense by Brown.
That looked like a walk. Oh, what a bailout there as Gustafson's able to finish it for Richmond.
Yeah, got a little lucky there. It's bad luck by GW. Brown doing a great job stopping Nelson on the perimeter, then stopping Burton on the post move. Really good. Brown's really improved his game. A lot of things that don't show up on the stat sheet. And I saw him hitting threes before the game, by the way.
Here's Brendan Adams. Another fadeaway, and this one is good.
That's the pro move. That's a stop on a dime, elevate straight up. Georgia's Army, by the way, Georgia's Army, I know they had class early, showing up late,
Grace
inspiring
the
the team. No good.
Look at the jumping ability of Maximus. What Jimmy likes to see on those rebounds. Bishop all the way to the basket, and he sneaks it past Burton for the lay-in. Bishop in a nice flow. 15.
Yeah, Chris Mooney looks like he might call timeout. He doesn't like the flow because it's definitely going GW's way. But veteran coach with some veteran players in Grayson Burton says let him play it through.
Burton NBA three. That one's not even close. They've had 3 air balls here in the second half. Bishop again all the way through, and he makes another one go. And Bishop is on fire. The Spiders struggling here to begin the second half, and Chris Mooney, going to have to call that timeout. It's the largest lead matched again by GW at 7. Timeout on the floor. GW 52, Richmond 45, 14-19 left second half on ESPN+. Ryan Pulio, the super fans for GW. They definitely get a tri-corner hat tip for every game. And here comes Matt Grace to try to quiet the crowd, and he certainly does. NCAA tournament player hits a three-pointer left side.
They just run their Princeton offense to perfection, and everybody thinks it's about a backdoor layup. It's not. Noel Brown overhelps, got his hand up. Last night in the Maryland-Michigan State game, they had a guy overhelp, and Hauser gets a wide-open three. Those threes kill you because, A, they're wide open, B, you just had a good run yourself. Make them get a tough two.
Whoa, trying too high for Ricky Lindo in the breakaway. Randolph the other way.
Nice block.
Finishing on the rebound, though, is Roach.
See, Lindo and Bishop, if you're watching the tape, great job by GW to come back and block that. Everybody's got to be running back because that ball went right out to the foul line, and GW and Richmond picked it up for layup.
Entry to Ricky Lindo, and he turns around. Oh, how did that not go in? Front rim, back rim, and off. Good look there from Bishop to get it to him. Roach a heat check. That one's short.
Now you want to run. I like this. See Bishop in transition while he's got him on ice. Just go by him. Yep.
The stutter step calling it for Noel Brown.
Good
out
pass.
to Maximus for three. Too
good
hard.
Look. It's a good look. Good. Bishop made the right play. Maximus has to shoot that.
Gustafson handoff. Bigelow's back in. And here's Randolph. Matt Grace, an NBA three.
See, he's hurting Brown. Brown's a little bit lost out there trying to cover Grace. And that's the experience of a fifth-year guy, which Grace is.
8-0 run for Richmond.
They ran the fake backdoor, popped out for a three. Brown just went under the screen. Grace hits another wide open three in front of the bench. He's too good a shooter.
Here's Maximus. He'll drive and misses the dunk.
I like that play, though. He tried. It was good effort.
And the tempo picking up here for the Spiders. Oh, wow. Gustafson doesn't shoot that one. That's a break for GW.
Yeah, it was a break. Might want to lay that in. I like Maximus trying to dunk it on him, though. Good for him.
Yeah, that would have brought the house down. And here is BA from the corner. That is a ridiculously tough shot, and it's a big three for GW.
You know, Bishop and Brendan, the Baltimore guys have got it going. The Baltimore backcourt's got it going. That's what you talked about. It has to come from them.
3 for 4 outside the arc for GW's second half.
I don't like the reach. Can't reach.
Lay-in.
Got to move your feet, Maximus. Can't reach. It's the A-10. Reaching doesn't work. Nice kick.
BA looked like he got hit by Bigelow, no call, and he still hit the three.
Really great play. Bishop's really Best floor game I've seen Bishop have. We know he can score. I'm talking about his total floor game. Outstanding today. And B.A., foul line extended from 3. Off the catch, that is his spot.
35 combined from B.A. and James Bishop. Grace again. This time goes past Noel. And he's doing it all. James Bishop threads the needle. That shot's blocked out of bounds. Timeout on the floor at 10:32 left, second half. Things have heated up here in D.C. Richmond on a 12-6 spurt. And it's GW by 1 on ESPN+.
Dean had it going early. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. I would keep getting Lindo and Dean the ball. They still have an advantage in the paint. GW does, so keep going down there. Now that's a nice out-of-bounds play right there.
Long jumper out of the corner from Brendan Adams. Now he has 5 3-pointers. 5 of 6 from downtown for GW's second half after going 2 of 11 in the first 20.
You know, don't forget, fans, that Brendan Adams got his 1,000-point last game here.
Quinn has it inside, another nice spin move, and it's just
got to get him out of his rhythm. Can't let him have all that time and all that rhythm. You got to fake it on. You got to side him to one side. You got to double team. He's pushing you down there and staying in rhythm. He's going to make that shot all day.
8 for Quinn.
But Dean's smart. Don't want to foul him. More important that you're on the floor, Dean.
Bishop off the screen. And a long pass to Lindo. He holds on. 6 on the shot clock. There it is, Lindo against the 7-footer.
Nice.
What a shot.
Good rotation on that shot. See Bishop once again making a nice, easy play. Brendan Adams really encouraging his teammates to get a stop here.
Ricky 10.
Now see, if I'm Harris, I might run at him when he puts the ball on the floor. Not yet. Now see, you got to go at him right here.
Yeah, here he goes again. Too easy.
He traveled first. They missed that. He took a stutter step. That's the old Tim Duncan travel. They certainly never call that in Winston-Salem.
But you're right, I like that. Amir Harris maybe coming over on that play and trying to go after the ball. Timeout on the floor at 9:13 left in the second half. 2 shots coming up for Richmond. It's George Washington 63 and Richmond.
The rest of the Richmond's bench has. They have 27 points. And that's the luxury of having a veteran team. And Coach Mooney, the winningest coach in the A-10, has the most wins in the A-10.
Yeah, it's kind of a scary stat because if it's a leading scorer, eventually they're going to get going.
Yeah, that, and it's just the ability that if you shut down the guy, it doesn't mean you're going to win the game.
Right.
GW goes in, you say Burton's going to score no points. We're going to be up 20. It's a 2-point game. Quinn hit a 3 to start the game. You know, I think Roach and Bigelow off the bench have done a lot of good stuff. And then there's full court pressure. They've mixed it up a little. But Chris Caputo's made some really good adjustments. Caputo and his staff, they were down like 5, 6, got it to 2 at the half, came right out of the half, went inside. They're going into the paint. That's where the advantage has been for GW. Not just from the bigs, but from the guards, too.
Here is Ricky Lindo Jr. Somehow Noel Brown got the rebound. And Bishop hits a 3-pointer. Huge second chance opportunity there for GW.
Bishop and B.A., the Baltimore brothers there, taking it to him in the second half. Nice 3 by Bishop. Great hustle play by Brown.
Long 3 does not go for Roach.
Yeah, I got lucky there because Bishop went underneath the screen and Roach pulled. But now see, they're basically double teaming Bishop. And he's going to find the open man.
B.A. looking for another one and got it again. That's 6 tonight for Brendan Adams. Goodness gracious.
James Bishop just deserves so much credit for being unselfish, really playing smart, heady basketball, and being unselfish.
Largest lead of the game for George Washington.
Now they are going to run their Princeton stuff. They are going to try a fake backdoor cut or get the ball into Quinn. See, they're going to take their cuts. Now here, you got to get him out of rhythm. Now see, Brown does a good job of pushing him off the block. You got to see he's fine out there to catch the ball. Good D by B.A. going under.
Here we go again, 5 on the shot clock. Gustafson a long 3, and Lindo's down, out of bounds, off of Richmond, and another timeout. Looks like Ricky is going to be okay as we look across the court.
Great 2-minute stretch by the Colonials right there.
What a kick out to Brendan Adams. He has 24, and GW leading by 8. The under 8 media timeout on ESPN Plus.
It's been a well-played game. It's back and forth. There's a lot of tactical moves here. But if you're GW, you got to kind of throw the knockout punch here in the next 4 because Richmond, they haven't played well on the road, but they just beat a strong Fordham team. And like you said, Chris Mooney's been in this position a lot of times. He came from 6th place last year to win the league. Ooh, be careful jumping up. But you just want to execute with like good catches, good passes, and really execute your offense if you're GW. Almost a dose of Richmond's own method of making them play defense for 30 seconds. Zach and Chris Caputo talked about that. Oh, I don't like the turnover. I want a shot there. Richmond makes you play defense for 25 or 30 seconds and gets a shot. They're kind of giving them their own dose. I just want to get a shot off there, you know?
Good defensive 25 seconds for the Spiders, and it's back to Richmond possession.
But it's still now on to 7. The good news is you ran the clock a lot. You don't want to do that too early. All right, I like Harrison here for a little defense. He's just trying to buy Dean a little time with those fouls. Pop out to Grace. Can't leave him open like that. I know he's on the scouting report because I certainly had him on mine. You just can't leave that guy that open.
4 3-pointers. He's got 18 after.
Yeah, he's got like 1,500 points in his career. He's been there 5 years. Don't leave him open.
Brendan Adams. It's a 5-point game. Ricky Lindo Jr. got it to roll through.
See, back in the paint. Strength of GW, back in the paint. Now you got to get down and dig if you're GW here. No open threes. It's all right if they make a contested 3, but not a wide open 3. So he's going to pop out. You got to have your hand up. There you go, Lindo.
36 points in the paint now for GW. Grace with the low dribble.
Getting it over that screen.
Burton against Ricky. Lost the handle. Amir Harris has a chance. Out of bounds. Oh, wow. Let's say it's off of GW.
I like diving on that one. I'm a little bit of a fan of diving on that one. Even if it's a jump ball, that arrow will switch for you. And then, you know, those in the last minute, it matters when the arrow is there, not the first, you know, not the rest of the game. But
Wally Uteki going over to check the shot clock. It says 4, 6:01 left in the game. And
gotta love the GW
is this
faithful.
video reviewable play?
The GW
is it just
faithful
for, is it
very,
just for the
very,
clock?
very interested in this call. The GW faithful here, I'm talking about behind me. These are the longtime alumni. These are the court sides. They may be keeping track and saying that maybe Richmond has gotten a few more calls today, but that's what they're supposed to say.
Shot clock still says 4.
And that's okay. Just get a stop here. What you do is not want to foul and no open threes. Watch what? Whatever you do, stay on Grace right now. That guy's on fire this half. So they're going to run a pin down for him here. There you go. Nope. Shot clock.
Shot clock violation before any potential foul call. Great defense by GW.
Good play by Adams. See, it's okay to jump there because you need a shot clock. Heady player. Smart player by Brandon Adams there.
James Bishop the 4th to BA. And BA will run the point. Dangerous matchup against Jai Bailey, who got him earlier.
Yes, he did. He's kind of reaching in there. That's where Ricky Lindo, I like that, pops out. Be the receiver.
Edwards will fire a long 3. And here comes Gustafson and Richmond. He'll go all the way to the paint.
It's good defense by Bishop. Now Max must stay on no 3-pointers here.
Burton all the way himself. And his first basket of the game. Brandon Adams against Bailey again.
Surprised Chris Caputo doesn't want to put Dean back in the game.
Here comes BA, and boy, there's just contact that entire possession, and finally they get him.
That's only their 13th foul, so you know they got a long way to go. GW, it's been a pretty clean half. They haven't called a lot of fouls, but yeah, I like this move by Coach Caputo, putting Dean back in the game. Because he gives you a chance to score. He's a good ball handler. Plus, they don't have Quinn in the game. That's the only guy Dean's had trouble covering. Good basketball game here. Entertaining.
Adams got it. Dean held on.
With plenty of time. Don't have to rush anything. I like Bishop having the ball, see?
Tough shot.
See, you should have that. That was two guys covering Bishop. Okay, he got it up. You're Maximus and Dean. You got to fly to that offensive glass.
Grace again loves the pump fake, but he lost the handle this time. And it rolls right to Bigelow.
It's on the ball. We didn't dive on it for a GW keeping track.
Burton again feeling it. And gets the foul call. And Brandon Adams went down hard.
You gotta look at that loose ball. We gotta dive on that one. See, I don't mind. Bishop takes that shot with two guys on him. That means we got four guys and they got three. We gotta attack the offensive glass if we're GW on that play. Because Bishop will get it up against anybody. I don't mean he's taking bad shots. It's a good play. He's got to go jump in the air and get that offensive glass.
That's 2 on Brandon Adams. And 3 quick points here from Tyler Burton. .26 in their first game against each other. He has 4 tonight.
Yeah, KG veteran. He wasn't feeling it early, but he passed it a lot to his guys. Bigelow off the bench and Roach. Now he knows he's got to score. He's getting in the paint.
3-point game. Bishop again, lots of contact with Gustafson. Yep. And he grabs onto the ball. Oh my, they get the hell ball possession, Richmond.
And that's why I see we wanted to dive on the ball earlier. Now the possession would be ours if we're GW. These are teaching points for you young basketball people. It's never a wrong time to jump on the ball and cause a jump ball, because that pays off later. You got just GW, it's got to get a stop here. Richmond's making a run. You're still up 3, no big deal. That's with his right hand, by the way.
Matt Grace has 20.
Yeah, he's hit threes, shot fake, right hand dribble.
41 now in the last 2 games.
Run on your offense. I like this. See, they're icing the ball. They're not letting them use the ball screen. They're icing them forward and left.
Offensive foul. You can see Lindo lower the elbow
right call.
And crush Bailey. 9-2 run for Richmond, and they've got the ball back. 16 fouls against GW. 1-point game with 3:26 left in the second. Final media timeout on ESPN Plus. Richmond can take the lead. Here's Grace again. Career high 22.
Yeah, career high. That's that. We knew he was a good player. We didn't know he was going to take over like this in the second half, but that's what a veteran does. And he's been through these A-10 wars, and this is a first-year coach going against the winningest coach in the league right now. But it's only a 1-point game, and you got 2. See, get to the paint. All
Bishop
good things
can't get
happen.
That one to go. Lindo taps it out of bounds. Ruteki's saying it's off of Richmond. 2:49 left.
Yep,
it is
call.
GW ball.
Now the shot clock does not reset. Chris Lee, an Eagles fan, does not have the red flag in his pocket. Can't ask for a review.
Not under 2 minutes either.
So that's a little opportunity there for GW. I like Bishop getting into the paint. Great play. Oh, kicked a good defense by Bailey. He's a good defender.
But the kick helps the shot clock go back up to 20 with 2:49 on the clock.
Bailey doesn't do a lot on the stat sheet, but he does a lot of little things. I like his game.
Brandon Adams again thinks about the 3. Maximus drives into the paint. Did not get that layup to go.
He's going to look back, and he said Brendan Adams wide open in the same place he hit 3 threes or make the layup.
Matt Grace having the night. 25, a career high. 14-2 run.
These scoring droughts have plagued GW this year. Got to try to get a bucket or get to the foul line here.
Bishop waiting. Here comes Maximus against Burton. Maximus to the bucket. Ball's knocked out of bounds. No foul call. Stays with GW, but only 2 on the shot clock.
Gonna make him earn it. He's a veteran referee. He's got to get the ball up in the glass.
And Chris Caputo needs the timeout call here at 1:55 and try to put some play together here to get a good look.
That's just a heat check by Grace. But he's got 25. You got to crowd him. What I don't
15-2 overall.
You got to shoot that. There you go.
Dean, the turnaround floater. What a shot by Hunter Dean.
See, I love that. He's going back at Grace. Now they're talking a little to each other, which is part of the game. Great answer by Hunter.
2-point game. Dean's got 8. Bailey feeling it. Here it is. Grace versus Lindo. Doing it on his own. Ball knocked away. Out of bounds. Stays with Richmond, but nice defense from Ricky.
Yeah, I like Lindo. He kind of came out and said, I'll take him. Hunter Dean can take Bigelow. You know, Bailey's a good little player. Doesn't really look to score. He does a lot of little stuff. So you can help off of him. And Gustafson hits 1-3. Gustafson 1-3 early, but really you just see they're going to spin right there out of bounds.
There it is again. Missed it. Big rebound for Bailey.
Have that loose ball. It's okay. Didn't get it. Just dig down and get a stop.
Burton all the way through and finishes. And a timeout for Richmond. They're up by 4.
That's where everybody's going to go back. They got them to miss. Everybody's going to come back and rebound.
Tyler Burton.
We're all teammates for a lifetime.
George Washington and Richmond. Here is Brendan Adams, 1:12 on the clock. Looking for Ricky Lindo Jr. Steal. Tyler Burton. And he's fouled to get 2 at the line.
I didn't see the foul there. I got to be honest with you. Good steal by Burton, but I didn't see the foul coming back.
Hunter Dean has fouled out of the game. With 1:07 left, this is a 16-4 run on the bad pass. Richmond's got a chance to add to this run. Let's watch the replay. Yep, not really much contact there. Dean wasn't even really was in front of him, but really didn't affect the play.
Yeah, I didn't see it. You know, while you were technically straight on the play, great referee, but lots been going on here. A big play right there with minutes ago in a 4-point game, but
so Kwanzi comes in for Hunter Dean, who fouls out 8 points and 4 rebounds with 2 assists and a steal. Tyler Burton can make it a 6-point game. His lowest output this season was twice, once against UNI and once against Dayton, 11 points each time.
You got to drive this ball and score. Got to drive this ball if they help. Kick it for a 3, but I want to score quick. There's plenty of time left. Jump ball is GW's possession. They got a timeout. See, drive that.
Here's Ricky driving and a blocking foul against the Spiders with 54 seconds left.
See, good call by the referee right there. Drive it, calls it, and now you get to the free throw line. The clock stopped. Make 2. And GW's been a good pressing team.
I don't think it was a shooting foul, was it? It's only 4 team fouls
I thought it
against
was a
Richmond.
shooting foul, but I guess not. Well, yep, well, that's one of the pleasures of being under the bonus for Richmond there. They only have 14 fouls.
Brendan Adams gets the ball in, coffin corner for James Bishop, finds a way all the way through. Foul before the shot, and it's not going to be a shooting foul either. Double-double for Ricky Lindo Jr. 10 rebounds, 12 points, but of course, would love to figure out a way to get some points here with 49 seconds left. Brandon Adams again.
Yeah, I like this. Drive the ball. Good pass.
Maximus buries a three from the top of the key.
Well extended. Bishop can just kind of score everywhere. Really good, really great play by Adams there to have, hey, freshman, you've done really well this year. Here it is. Just throws it to him right after catch, makes it. And GW's been a good. Put him at the line and extend the game. I like that.
Bigelow's a really good free throw shooter at 88.
See, that trap that. That's a good trap.
Harris tried for the steal, but here comes, they do
foul
Bailey.
No, it's just a regular foul.
With 38 seconds left, but it is 1-1 for Richmond.
Good play. Almost had the steal there. Maximus almost had that.
Bailey this season, 4 of 8 at the line. In this game, 0 for 1.
You can't ask for a better scenario if you're GW. You got to pinch him. Everybody jump and get this rebound. Bailey calmly makes it. Proves us wrong on the first one.
Still a one-possession game. Jai Bailey calmly hits them both.
You know, he just got put into the starting lineup on February 1st against St. Bonaventure. Played really well against Fordham when they won. Those were big shots to make after not shooting the ball all game.
4-point game. Bishop will go all the way through. He's fouled, still not into the single bonus.
No, that's okay. Plenty of time left. If you get an open three, but you can get it, you almost just got a steal. You're trapped in the corner. Maximus went for the steal on the baseline, just missed it.
.31 seconds on the clock. 4-point game. Bishop gets it out to Ricky. Back to Bishop. Long three. Got it from the right side. James Bishop, the fourth, with a money shot for GW. Final timeout for the Colonials, but that is a big-time three.
I mean, that was right in our sideline. Shot fake, sidestep left, back one dribble. Degree of difficulty. Watch Bishop. Shot fake, crossover. Ooh, tough shot.
James Bishop with 23, including 2 big three-pointers. Colonials 9.
The bench, and I really like Quinn kind of plays a point center. Very interesting Richmond team, but GW's had an answer for him every way. It was that one little 14-2 scoring drought that hurt GW, but they fought back. 1-point game, 26 seconds left. Try and get a trap.
Gets it to Burton on the baseline, and
he's allowed to
now
run
we've got a clock issue. They started the clock, even though the ball was still outside the baseline, so that kind of takes away that craftiness from Chris Mooney there.
Good. Now you saw the play. Don't go with it. You can still trap him. Now they're not going to do it. Get him to throw in the corner like you did before. And play above your man if you have to foul quick. See, I like this. Just switch that. Now go trap that. You can't let him out of the trap.
Gustafson in the corner is fouled with 25 seconds left. And he's a 60% free throw shooter, so not incredibly good, but we just saw Bailey, who was a 50% free throw shooter, hit 2.
Yeah, and maybe at the end of your analytics, you're going to play the odds. If you're GW, you're playing this game from 35 seconds out fouling. That's fine. You start to play the odds, they'll probably come in your favor.
That's a reach-in by Amir Harris.
Yeah, Leslie Jones has been around for as long as I've been around. That's a long time. He knows what he's doing. You had one chance. Can't let him beat you on the baseline, or they're going to call a foul.
1-1 for Gustafson, 25 seconds left. Still, even if he makes them both, it's still a one-possession game. But no timeouts for GW. Harris and Lindo on the low blocks. Gustafson makes them both.
Yeah, he had a great, I saw him down in D.C. when they beat Davidson to win the A-10. He had a great contest on Lawyer's shot.
Here we go. James Bishop, the fourth.
Nice.
Goes to the bucket all the way through. And one! Bishop can tie the game.
See,
after a beautiful layup.
What a play by Bishop. Gustafson, who had that defensive play that sent Richmond to the NCAA. He was playing the three. James Bishop, a little crafty, a little rope-a-dope, Stetson overextend on the three, takes him. Poor mistake by Richmond. Just let him lay it in at this point.
Oh, yeah, made him step up. And he gets fouled. Gustafson picks up his third.
If you're great, James, you can't go near him.
Bishop ties the game.
Now you just don't want to foul. They're probably going to call timeout Richmond.
No, they fake the time.
Yes.
Nope, they do call it with 13 seconds left. Bailey, Coach Mooney.
What a floor game by
left.
Bishop. He's been tremendous. And I was saying it all game. I wasn't just making up. This has been a tremendous basketball. Great spectating game. Glad I don't
Into the
coach anymore.
backcourt, there is Bailey. Comes across the timeline with 10 seconds left. Hands off to Grace, back over to Bigelow. 6 seconds on the clock. Here he goes. Burton against Adams all the way through. Can't get it to go. Lindo rebound. And Adams for a long 60-footer off the backboard. But how about the switch? Brendan Adams guarding Tyler Burton, and the Colonials find a way to force overtime.
Hey, did an outstanding job on defense. Brendan Adams, another total floor game by him. Hitting threes off the catch, playing in the post, scoring. That's just good moving your feet defense. Plus, he's a veteran. You know, referees are pretty smart. They're not going to call a foul on him there.
GW and Richmond tied at 82. Overtime coming up next on ESPN+. Welcome back. Overtime at the Smith Center. George Washington played one against St. Joe's on January 25th, winning that one 92-91. Overtime at Charleston for Richmond. Or actually, yeah, on November 14th, lost 92-90 versus Syracuse, lost 74-71. So they're 0-2 in OTs, GW 1-0. What a play by James Bishop. The great fake where he baited Gustafson into the potential three and then drove right by him and got the and one anyway and tied the game with a free throw. And then the defense, Tyler Burton versus Brendan Adams, tried to lean the shoulder in. Adams was not moving at all. Made a tough shot for Tyler Burton.
No, referees did a good job. Let him play. And you know what? That was a big free throw by Bishop. That's sometimes guys they make it's not automatic. And James Bishop, for an unbelievable scorer, sometimes misses free throws early in the game, not late. Big time play. Bishop's been tremendous all game.
26 for Bishop, Adams with 24, 25 for Matt Grace, 13 for Bigelow, 12 for Quinn, 12 for Lindo, and 10 for Maximus. Foul trouble, 4 for Amir Harris and 4 for Gustafson. Hunter Dean has already fouled out. Tip at half court to start the first overtime. Ricky Lindo against Matt Grace. Bob Talent enjoying the festivities here at GW.
Little symbolism there from Byron. He thinks we're going double OT. Is that what you said? This here in the first overtime.
Here we go. The tap goes to GW, and the Colonials with the first possession. Bishop against Gustafson again. Step back three this time is short. Got his own rebound. Drives, fires out for Maximus. He'll go baseline back to Bishop. The floater
nice.
Lane is good.
What a play by Maximus.
James Bishop on fire. 28. And GW draws first blood in the OT. Tyler Burton. He'll spin against Adams.
Oh, good
Amir
play by
comes
Harris.
over on the overplay. Burton, NBA three-pointer. No good. And Edwards rebound.
First minute, advantage George Washington. See what they do here.
Bishop again. Stutter step back out to the right side.
I like this. Chris Caputo going for the small lineup. Put Harris at the 4, gives you some defense. Lindo's a tough matchup. He can play the 5, Lindo. And it keeps Quinn out of the game. Oh, look at that look.
lost the handle.
Just bobbled that off the pass. I want him to shoot that three.
Big steal from Matt Grace. He's got the ball over to Burton. He's thinking about a three again. And the ball saved out of bounds. Nope, Gustafson can't do it. It just doesn't look like Tyler Burton is comfortable from the outside tonight. 2 for 11, 0 for 3 from downtown.
Yeah, self-awareness, not playing great, but then he got to go and drive in the ball. He felt like he had an open three and had to take it. He's earned that. It's a 2-point game, anybody's ball game. I want to run our offense from GW, but if I can get something early going to the basket, because I like them in the paint, including the guards in the paint.
Adams outside to Maximus, back out to BA. 12 on the shot clock. Lindo trying to set a screen. BA a long three-pointer, and that is a heat check from Brendan Adams.
Chris Monroe looking impressed with the deal.
7 3-pointers tonight.
NBA range. Chris Monroe just gave the nod of the head improver.
Bailey out to Burton.
Yep, don't flip for big. Now you got to get over with Grace. Can't give any
Grace
room.
loves 3-pointers. Can't get that one. Big rebound by Bigelow and finishes.
Your Maximus got to jump every time. It's a big play by Bigelow right there. You looking back in this game, they had a chance to get that rebound, run some clock, and get another shot. See, here's a reach. Goodbye. Now he goes to free throw line.
Adams driving against Bailey, and Bailey picks up the personal foul. That's his third. And halfway through the overtime, it's free throws for Brendan Adams. Wow, what a shot by Brendan Adams.
Oh, that was NBA. Going left, pull up, but gets his shoulders square and follows through. For young people listening, shoulders square and follow through.
Not to mention the height he gets off his leg jump there to get in the air. 32 against St. Joe's is his career high. 3-point field goals was 7 against St. Joe's as well. He's matched that tonight. It's got to be one of the most satisfying parts about being a player when somebody tries to mess up your free throws and you just swish them.
Well, this is the good shooting, and the other end's chaos. Cheerleaders,
Yep.
a band, there's an advertising board, cheerleaders, band, dance team, etc. Obviously, the home court advantage for GW, but BA, him and Bishop, they got that concentration level.
Here goes Burton
games.
all the way through.
That's a tough
Power
shot, man.
move by Tyler Burton
That's a tough play right there.
against Noel Brown. And it's a 3-point game again.
Took the bump, hung in the air, and made it. But his shoulders were square, too. Nice.
Here is Matt Grace. Oh, what a Ricky Lindo Jr. Brendan Adams to Ricky Lindo Jr. over Matt Grace. And it's a 5-point game and a Thunder jam for GW.
See, he went left, split. They thought he was going to take the floater.
Something's wrong with Brendan Adams. He's trying to get
He's trying to tie his shoelace.
Yes, call a stoppage of play. They're not going to let him have it.
So you got to stay on Grace if you're Lindo. It's good by Maximus. Get over there. Nice.
Maximus went for the ball. Gustafson's got it.
Got to stay down on this. Oh,
Tyler
take
Burton,
that.
the NBA three, and he
it.
finally hits. And it's a huge shot in this game.
Got to give credit. He had the guts to take it and made it right in front of Chris Mooney. Mooney, no sweat over there. Princeton grad. He's calm, cool, and collective.
12 now for Tyler Burton, all in the second half and the OT. Adams over to Bishop, shaking and baking against Gustafson again. Ricky Lindo Jr. will go baseline, steps through, draws the foul with 1:15 left.
Yep.
Desperation play, and he got the official to call the foul. And Brendan Adams might have time here to tie the shoe. Yep, he will. Ricky Lindo's
Chris
got
Mooney and
perspiration
Ritecki
all over.
going at it over there, and I don't think they're talking about the Eagles since they both grew up in Philadelphia.
Big time free throws here for Ricky. 78% on the year.
Hey, just got to make one, get a stop if you're GW. Plenty of time left, and Chris Mooney and Richmond have showed they got lots of. But that was a big shot by Burton, as you said. Not exactly shooting the ball well. Comes off, just catches it in rhythm and hits a three. Take that.
1 and 2 from Ricky Lindo.
Take that with a minute to go all day. Anybody's
3-point
ball
game.
Great game. It's been a great game.
70 seconds left in OT number 1. Bigelow for the tie. Big time shot.
That's just too much in rhythm. You know, Maximus's energy has to pick up on that on defense. Can't just say that's okay. You got to crowd out the 3 because you're up 3.
18 for Bigelow. James Bishop looking for an opening.
Yeah, I like that. Be patient.
Long three-pointer for Bishop. 37 seconds left. Richmond can take the lead.
Don't foul them.
Quinn against Brown. 16 seconds left. Another spin move. He missed the layup. 12 seconds left. You have a timeout. James Bishop into the front court. The stutter check.
Like
down
that.
the lane he goes. The floating layup, no good. Rebound ripped away by Bigelow. Bigelow can shoot it from 70 feet.
And you called it double
Second
overtime.
overtime here in the Smith Center. Goodness. What a thrilling matchup. 92 all. GW and Richmond. This time Richmond gets it. Grace against Lindo. Leans in. Ball tapped away. Brown got a piece of it. Saves it in bounds to Maximus. Noel Brown.
Good defensive positioning there. Didn't get impatient, and he saved it to his teammate. Like that.
Here comes a screen from Brown. Bishop the stutter check again. Jump stop. Back to the basket. Out to BA for a long 3. And he's tied the school record with another huge 3 from way outside.
He's just great off the catch, and that's his spot over there in front of the bench. That foul line extended. Yeah, that was a little NBA-ish. Coming off the screen, he made one. What a game. I'm telling you.
Matching his career high with 32 entry foul.
Bigelow's 3 was
Brown
big.
picks up the
Burton's 3 was
personal.
big. These have been big 3-point shots made here in overtime.
That's 4 on Noel, so free throws for Richmond. 2 of them for Quinn.
Yeah, he probably could have called that at the end of overtime. I thought it was nice that the referees didn't call that because Noel was kind of mugging him. But so you get that one, but you can't do it every time down.
Quinn 3 for 4 at the stripe tonight. Spiders 13 of 16 at the line. GW 8 of 12. One of 2. Brandon Adams against Burton. Here comes the screen from Noel Brown again. Adams again. That one's off.
Oh, I like Maximus there. See, Maximus, he learned jumping. That's how he's going to got a double-double.
Wow,
Maximus
look at how
jumps.
far out they are on defense.
Really good rebounder.
Bishop weaving his way through some spiders. Down the lane he goes. And an and one for James Bishop, the 4th. How about that?
Byron Kerr's excited over here. I love it. See, on balance, takes the hit, getting into the paint, points in the paint. Exciting game. Anybody doesn't like this, double overtime, going to get 100 points. But Bishop's been wonderful all night, and it's not from the 3. It's a little bit of everything, but he's been tremendous in the paint.
Baltimore toughness right there.
Him and Benny B.A., the Baltimore boys are ready to play tonight. Where they only have like 60 combined, right? That would be 62.
2 on Burton.
It's Mount St. Joe's and Calvert Hall out there, for those of you wondering.
Bishop makes it a 5-point game again. Second time they've done that in overtime.
Got to get a stop here from the 3. See, last time that Richmond had this, Burton hit a 3 and Bigelow hit a 3.
Now Burton this time goes all the way in, and a late foul call against GW.
Yeah, the old late one by Ritecki. Not sure about that.
Three on Lindo.
See how it looked here. Hesitation. Yeah, probably the right call.
Burton knows how to initiate the contact.
Well, I like what Wally Ritecki did there, the officials, for those of you watching. Sometimes they see if it was going to go in, he was going to let it be a play on. He missed. Veteran move. I approve of it. It was the right call.
One of two again.
Yeah, you know, I like 1 of 2 down the stretch just because it gets the scoreboard moving. But I know Chris Mooney's not going to be pleased if they lose this game, if they have too many more of those in the second double overtime here.
Bishop flying. Stutter step.
Love that.
Drives. Kicks it out to Harris. Up to B.A. at the top of the key. Three. Got it again! Continuing his career high and setting a record in the school history books. 9 3-pointers in one game. 35 overall.
See, I like that Lindo on Grace. Don't reach.
Ricky Lindo picks up his 4th foul. And Grace will go to the line for 2.
I wouldn't reach there. I think it was the right call. I can't reach. Look at B.A. here. Feet set. What a pass. See, I like that Harris knowing his role. Just doesn't even look at the basket. Gets it to Brendan Adams.
Grace's first chance at the line tonight.
Yeah. Calm, cool, and collected. He has his career high tonight, too.
12 3-pointers in the second half and into the overtime for GW. Mostly from B.A. 1 of 2 again.
And that's not on anybody but the players. I told you, I'm the biggest advocate of 1 out of 2 at the end of games because it moves the free throw. I mean, it moves the scoreboard, but doing it 3 times in a row, probably not going to make Coach Mooney so happy.
Adams there drives over for Amir Harris.
Time. Yep.
Bishop the stutter step, no room. Back to Amir.
Yep.
7 on the shot clock.
Nice.
There's Ricky. He's got to shoot. He fires it and can't get it to go.
It's all right. I like the pump fake. Just take a normal jump shot. They got to stop the ball in transition. Outside. Good job by
Grace
GW.
Pump fakes. He'll drive down the lane.
That's all right. It's good job.
Burton a 3. That one's no good.
That's excellent.
And Maximus rebound. You can choose some clock here on the shot clock.
Excellent defense by GW. They rotated. They stopped the drive. Hand up on the catch. Stopped the drive. Stayed down in their stance. Handled that very well. Took away the 3-pointer they missed. Huge stop for the George Washington. Chris Caputo's GW team. You should show that on tape. A perfect defensive. That was the consistency in the everyday teaching.
Brendan Adams to James Bishop, the 4th. 1:35 in the second OT. Here comes Bishop.
Nice.
To the bucket.
Nice.
No, Lindo kicking the tap again. Oh, and it didn't go in. The ball rolls around. We got a foul against GW.
What
3
a play.
chances there for George Washington.
Wanted Ricky Lindo to slam home the victory there. Instead, now they're going to go down and get 2 free throws to stop the clock.
And if that's Ricky, he's fouled out of the game. Good news. Bishop to miss, Lindo to miss, Lindo to miss.
Yeah, he called it on Bishop, I think. He called it on Bishop.
All right, so the foul's against Bishop, and that's only his first personal the entire game. The Warriors have 3 players with 4 personals. Lindo, Brown, and Harris. And Grace again at the line.
That's 2. He gets 2 shots here.
Yep. Richmond 4 of 7 in OT at the line.
Now Richmond might have to play the foul game here, being down 4 if he makes this. Which he does.
Big free throws there.
I like this. Bishop's taking it out to Adams. Good. Gives it. Doesn't catch it too far in the corner.
Dangerous
it's a foul.
That St. Joe's was able to get. Amir Harris has it. He'll come up the middle of the floor, fires it over to her. Lindo had to save it from going out of bounds.
That worked. Good pressure set by the GW. That's press. That's a set against pressure. That's a foul.
Wow. Burton just all over Bishop. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Bishop outside to Ricky Lindo. He'll down the lane. He'll go. Floating right-handed shot is beautiful from Ricky Lindo Jr.
And they burned a lot of clock. It was a great play.
And a big bucket.
Back to in the stance. No threes. It's a little
Bigelow NBA three. Misses it. Maximus drives up to the rebound, and we've got a foul against Richmond on the rebound.
Great. See, when Maximus jumps, and that's why he's been so fun to watch this year. A guy got a rebound over him because he didn't jump earlier. Maximus just skied there. That's why he's got his 13th. What's he got? 16 rebounds. Lindo's got 13. Great play by Lindo here. Back in the paint. Good things happen, Byron.
Wow, 16 rebounds for Edwards, 13 for Ricky. Tremendous. Rebounding overall, 44 to 27 in favor of GW.
And I think Coach Caputo and GW's on to something with this smaller lineup. Harris is giving you a lot. He's hustling out there. Harris is just passing the ball. Trying to do too much. That's okay.
Smart play,
It's okay not to do too much out there sometimes.
One free throw made, and you can make it a three-possession game, but that one caroms off for Maximus. 42 seconds left. The door's still open for Richmond. Edwards 1 of 3 at the line. 75% on the season.
Nice.
He got it. 11 on the night for Maximus. 104 for GW.
I just want to stay down here. Don't want to foul.
Bailey all the way through, finishes with 34 seconds left, and Coach Mooney calls a timeout. They'll still have 1 left. And the lead is 5 for GW.
Oh, because they each got one in overtime, and it's a double overtime. They didn't use it. Good Caputo and Bouvier, we talked about
It's
how.
a football play.
Well, it is. And after the St. Joe's game, you had to work
They
on
get
your
it in the
pressure
front
set.
court. Maximus is fouled by Bigelow. And
That's
he
a
does
foul.
not like the call.
That was called both ways. That was a foul.
Ooh, I like that inbound play. That is awesome.
Yeah, and Chris Caputo, this is his first year as a head coach, and he knows. Zach and I were talking, and Coach Lee over there and Brandon, that sometimes you just have to put stuff. Well, St. Joe's woke him up. They needed a better pressure set. They kept trapping in the corner. They had 2 turnovers. Miracle they came back and won that game because they had the lead and couldn't get. Well, they put in a 1 pressure set where Bishop took it out. Now they just had the 5 guys there. That's the progression of a coach. It's great it's happening during his first season. Now you just want to make 1 out of 2 here, Maximus. Don't panic.
Move the
take
scoreboard.
1 out of 2.
As
Move
Coach
the
Fatso
scoreboard.
says. Move the scoreboard. Just get something out of the possession here. Each team with 1 timeout. Missed them both.
That's tough.
Here comes Bailey.
No
Gotta
threes.
stop the ball. All the way through. Leans in and easily scores the layup.
Yep.
22 seconds left. Timeout for Richmond. The game is a 3-point game.
Gotta keep your head up if
And
you're
GW
Maxes.
possession.
You have 13 and 16. You're fine. He's probably gonna run with it.
Here we go. Bishop the inbound. He's got the ball in his hands.
Nice.
Gets a no look to Ricky, and he's fouled.
See, that's
21 seconds left.
That's a very good pressure set play because the big guy's always open. You ran a couple games. They're going to go with Adams. They're going to go with Maximus. Bishop likes to take it out because he's really smart. And then if he gets it right back to him, you get it in your ball handler. But on the end of the day, Lindo's right there. He's an easy relief from a center at the. Now you got to make your free throws.
Yep.
And they have nobody on the line. They're putting him up there by
Gustafson
himself.
fouls out of the game. He finishes 9 points, rebound, and 2 assists. Lindo is 3 of 6, as you can see there from the line, but 78% coming in.
Nice.
Big time shot. Now it's a 2-possession game.
And Bishop's happy.
Bishop is preventing the cherry pick way, way back. And getting greedy here, trying to make 2. 1 of 2.
That's all
Race
right.
to rebound.
You're up 2.
Shot
It's a
clock
2
is
possession. Now they're going to drive the ball. They're
Bailey
going to
again, the
timeout.
handoff for Burton, the 3-pointer. That one's not going to go. Got his own rebound. Gets another chance at a 3-pointer. Misses that one. The ball tapped away. Burton's got a 3rd chance, and he's fouled.
I want to reach there. If I was BA, just let him lay it in. Take the ball out.
So with 6 seconds left, GW will call their final timeout. And Burton's got a chance for 2 free throws, and that's the old trick where maybe you make one there and then try to hit the rim on the second.
Yeah, Jim Harrick, great coach at UCLA. You hit one, hit the first, then you cross screen, have the guy tap it out for a 3.
So both teams are out of timeouts here in the second overtime.
That's why I didn't like the foul, because it stops the clock and lets them set everything up. And now maybe they're going to run one of these plays. And I'm running the play. It looks like instead of my train, I'm going to the Dubliner for a couple of Guinness because this thing's gone so long. And that's okay. We'll take the 11 o'clock train.
You're not staying at the Ritz-Carlton overnight?
No, that would be you, Mr. Virginia. Okay, I'm a Maryland guy. We stay, where we're told. We'll stay anywhere. We'll adjust.
Here we go. It is Tyler Burton at the line. He is 4 for 6 at the stripe tonight.
Makes it.
Harris is fouled out. Dean is fouled out. Gustafson is fouled out. Now, does he miss this one on purpose? Nope, they'll take the 2 points.
Yep.
Critical inbound here for GW. They still have him listed for 1 timeout, but I don't believe they have one. Inbound is knocked out of bounds. Woo! Stays with GW. 6.3 seconds left. And I guess there is 1 timeout left. Stand corrected. 1 for GW, unless they're just going to look for the video review. Bishop the fourth to inbound, 6.3 seconds left, and he has to call the timeout. They did have a timeout, obviously.
Yeah,
so that'll be the last one for GW.
But if you're watching these games at the A-10 level, really, now Fordham's coming, but for Chris Caputo and GW, this is learning on the job. So they set up with this deep lineup. It's almost like a 1-4 like they had. They're going to sprint it out. Gives Bishop some room. I like
good
this.
Good pass to James Bishop. Puts on the brakes, and he's fouled.
See, really good play by Chris Caputo and his staff. Now BA takes it out. They spread everybody out. Run the 2-man long, and then there goes Bishop. Gives them some room. You got guys moving. They learn from their St. Joe's mistakes against the press. Here they run some really good out-of-bounds play. They ran the 2-1-2 look, basically. They ran the 4-5 guys out of bounds. That was different. That was like an NFL play. And then they just had guys 2 sprint long, gives Bishop a chance to go, gives him some room to catch it. Your best player, your best shooter on the line. Although BA with his 10 threes maybe might be my other choice to shoot.
Bailey fouls out. There's the numbers for him, 6 points. He had some big-time layups here in the overtime. And Bishop again at the line. 3 for 3 at the stripe with 31 for Bishop.
I think we might have to catch some video of this for Twitter, Byron, at the end, because these are big-time free throws he's making.
Quancy Samuels for Noel Brown with 5.2 seconds left in the second OT. And this is the one Coach Patsos is talking about. You make the second one, it's a 4-point game.
Yeah, then you don't have to foul, because if it's 3 going up, you got to foul, especially the way they shoot free throws. See,
Bishop with a big free throw, 107-103. Marcus Randolph hands it off to Grace. Back to Marcus Randolph. He's got to shoot quickly. He's going to lay it up and in. Basket counts, but it doesn't matter. It's not enough to win the game. What is enough is George Washington with a huge win for the first time since 2018 over Richmond. 107-105 in double overtime. They're 2-0 in OTs this year. It snaps a 6-game Richmond win streak in the series, and it also snaps a 3-game losing streak. Huge win for GW.
Huge win for GW. Fought against a team that's the defending champion. It sets you up. It shows you moving up in the standings. We talked about how the seeding's going to change in the next month, but just after playing not so great against Duquesne, let's face it, Duquesne played well, GW did not. To come back from start to finish, but if you're a basketball fan, that's like an NBA score. That was a fantastic game. Lots of lead changes. Chris Caputo continues to grow and get better on the job. I loved his work against pressure, and this is going to pay off down the stretch for him.
35 points for Brendan Adams, 33 for James Bishop. Adams with a career high in points and a career high in three-pointers. GW 107, Richmond 105. The win for George Washington as they go to 12-12.